Started this year. Was that intentional?
You know, maybe you know, in a cosmic sense, it kind of lined up that way. But you know, he was down there at that mini camp getting some work in, and I needed to start getting my work in. So you know, he was nice enough to take some time out of his day.
You didn't seek him out to stay on the parallel path.
No, not necessarily. I'm not that superstitious a guy.
Miles, what are some aspects of your game? What will it take to duplicate what you did last year?
You know, I got to obviously do a lot of the same things that I did, and I'm going to have to adjust. You know, I'm sure hitters will come in with a different game plan, and you know, I'm going to have to adjust to that as well as I adjusted mid-season. I think, you know, if you looked at, you know, some of the numbers or how it went, you know, I did have a little bit of a lull somewhere, and I felt like I kind of righted the ship and was able to make those adjustments. So just keep making those adjustments, keep guys off balance, and you know, show them what I got.
And do you approach this season with the mindset that you're the #1 starter on the rotation?
You know, I approach it with the same mindset as I would any other year. Is that, you know, I'm a pitcher and I'm out there to get outs. You know, one pitch at a time, hit my spots, and you know, see where I am after the game's over.
Miles, would you entertain a conversation about an extension with the Cardinals? Is that something you'd like to have happen before hitting free agency?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. You know, everyone knows. You know, I'm from Jupiter, so you know that's an ideal situation. You can't really, you know, can't hide that fact. But you know, it's something that, you know, the Cardinals and my agency, you know, have to work out. If everything, you know, if the numbers work out and everything is, you know, turns out to be good, then you know, it's absolutely something that could happen.
Are you open to talking about that during spring, during the season, or would you prefer not?
I'm not going to be a guy who says, hey, you know, don't talk to me after this date or that date. You know, I'm a pretty easygoing guy. You know, if you want to talk, you talk.
Miles, did you relish that role last year, though, as like #1? If the team was in a bind, they kind of knew that, you know, you were coming up and you could get them out of it or something like that. Do you
you know, surprised a lot of people. I think I surprised myself a little bit, and the next step is doing it all over again.
You have a lot of experience in pitching, not all here in St. Louis, obviously. Cardinals have a lot of young pitchers. What do you see as your role in helping some of the less experienced guys?
You know, I think my role is, you know, if anyone has any questions, I'm always open. Like you said, not a whole lot, you know, it's odd, not a ton of major league experience, you know, but I'm older than some of the younger guys, and I've got 3 years of overseas experience. And I think that life experience, being in a different culture, learning how to change a little bit, you know, a lot of self-assessment in Japan, like, you know, this is what I have to do to change. And, you know, if I can share that experience with anybody, you know, and help them get better in any way, then that's something that I'm always, you know, always trying to do.
Being relatively new, the Cardinals-Cubs rivalry, what was your take on the Chris Bryant's comments and Yair Moya's response? Did that fire you up?
Yeah, you know, you talk bad about my, you know, my team city is, you know, get under your skin a little bit. You know, do I think that he was probably just caught up in the moment on a little Cubs talk show and probably goofing around? Maybe a little bit, but you know, he kind of let it slip that he doesn't like playing here, and I think the Cardinals fans are going to let him know that we don't like him playing here just as much as he doesn't like playing here. So he should get some good, you know, some good fan reaction, and you know, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I think we asked this last year about what related to your pitching, like repertoire, you learned the most while you were over in Japan. Now that you've got 1 year under your belt here, can you answer that too? Do you feel like there was something specific over there that helped click to be an all-star last year?
Just you know, being real balanced and repeatable in my delivery kind of allows me to use, you know, more of my pitches kind of at any time and any count. You know, having that command, being able to move the ball in, out, up, down, curveball, slider. You know, having learned that, I think coming over here, that was big for me. Is, you know, guys knew I was throwing strikes and they were putting the ball in play, and we got a great defense, and that turned into a great season.
Miles, have you always been willing to throw inside, or is that something that you've had to kind of develop and force yourself to do?
Always willing to throw inside. I mean, that's you know, part of pitching. You got to let guys get off your plate, and you know, you got to be content with, you know, sometimes you're going to hit a guy and put a guy on base, and that's, you know, one of my biggest pet peeves is probably hitting a guy, because I don't want anyone to be on base. Mm-hmm. You know, if they didn't get a hit, if they didn't kind of earn it. But you know, that's a risk you have to take. You know, throwing inside. And I think with better command comes more confidence, being able to throw that pitch and you know, keep guys off your dish.
You were talking about three